Ну что, всем привет, с вами я, ThebyVittor. Мы сейчас играем Starfield. И я, короче, выбрал финалочку предыдущую, там, где, типа, ты не стаешь звездорожденным. Потому что там, ну, типа, походу, каждый раз зациклено сбор артефактов. И все. И ты, короче, выполняешь задания, которые там получишь и так далее. Я, короче, вернулся к этому. У меня там сохранялка была. А, Я вернулся по сюжету назад. Не ставал звездорожденным, и можно выполнить задания, которые более-менее интересны, которых там нету. Почему они так сделали? А хуй пойми, потому что им так интересно. Не знаю, после сюжета там, когда проходишь, там ничего интересного нету. 2 часа с половиной я потратил на то, чтобы посмотреть, что там в конце будет. По идее, нужно выполнять задания. Вот эти, и там сюжет немножко поменяется. Типа пьедесталы там какие-то будут, походу, другие, не те, что были, как можно было заметить. Наверное, там что-то докинут. И как-то оно влияет, короче, не знаю. Очень странный финал, очень. Можно было получше сделать, или поинтересней. По крайней мере, какая-то хуета сейчас. Немножко. Так, Сидония. Welcome to Сидония. Окейушки. Где у нас здесь багровый флот или кто там? Да и плюс у меня здесь оружие поинтереснее, чем там. Там они перезапускают вселенную, и у тебя почти ни хера нет. Ну, с оружием вообще ни хера нет. Ну, кроме одного там, для защиты, так сказать. Подожди, я там навык их хотел качануть, что там. Так, окей, давайте посмотрим. Может, бустпак, наверное. Давай, регенерируется быстрее. Безопасность. Во, вот это хорошая штука, бляха. Почему я ее сначала не качал, не знаю, но это очень полезный навык, чтобы открывать двери. Что еще? Баллистическое оружие системы, но пока что, мне кажется, не нужно это. Медпакеты, вот это нужно. Вот это нужно. Что нам? Используйте лечебные предметы 50 раз, будучи раненым. Окей. Ладно, выполняется. Значит, методы исследования. Ресурсы, необходимые для изготовления предмета, выполнять статистический проект уменьшены на 10%. К ручному сканеру добавляется дополнительное увеличение, а дальность сканирования увеличится на 20 метров. Ну, такое. Астродинамика. Увеличить дальность гравитационного прыжка у прыжковых приводов на 15%. Ну, как бы тоже, да, нужная вещь, но... Пистолеты. Мне вот это нужно. Давай, вот это хорошо. Винтовки наносят на 10 больше урона. А что тут еще? Фитнес. Поднятие тяжести на максимум, да? И это на максимум. Хорошо. И там еще выполнять очень много. Не знаю, сколько здесь уровней. Ну, наверное, под 100 точно. Я здесь, чтобы продать, но еще вас.
Here's an idea. Why don't you shout that louder so everyone at UC Security hears? Either show me what you're trying to unload or get the hell out of here. Aurora, huh? Nice. A little too hot to handle, though. What else you got?
The Trade Authority turning away contraband. Now I've seen everything.
All I'm going to point at is the ceiling, with my middle finger. Get that stuff out of here before UC Security catches on. Of course, if there's a finder's fee you're offering, I might, well, bend the rules a little bit.
А что, если я просто вышибу тебе мозги, попрошу кого-нибудь другого? Да давай заплатим
You
уже.
know, it's
Хули.
funny. Suddenly, I do remember someone who might be
Давай.
able to unload that stuff for you.
Well, well. It appears she suddenly remembers everything. How nice.
Да,
There's a
это
buddy
очень
of
мило.
mine who runs with the Crimson Fleet. Goes by the name Adler Kemp. If he isn't passed out, you can find him killing the rest of his brain cells at the Broken Spear. Oh, and it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
What can I help you with? We should have a talk. When you have the time, of course.
Да, Сара, ты
I have
задрала
an
уже говорить.
important personal decision to make. But I need to discuss something with you first. Phew, thank you. So, where to start? Before I was with the Navigator Corps, I was career military, part of the United Colonies Navy. When the Colony War broke out, I was posted as the chief navigator on a warship, the Dauntless. Well, the position didn't last long. There was a particularly bloody battle. We were fighting over a world in the Eta Cassiopeia system. Worst fighting I'd ever seen. We lost 12 ships that day. 12. Including my own. No. This is important. I need to tell you this. The ship was barely intact. The captain and first mate died the previous day, which put me in command. A shrewd captain would have called for the crew to abandon ship. But I was so angry. I wanted to stay. I needed to fight. I believe you. But you haven't heard the worst of this. We fought for hours, but the damage was fatal. I gave the order to abandon ship and the crew piled into the escape shuttle. As the shuttle launched, I could see it was damaged. I heard screams before the radio cut. And last thing I saw, they were spiraling helplessly towards the planet's surface. There was nothing I could do. You're sorry. For me? If I hadn't been so stubborn, so eager to prove that I could handle command, my crew would have had more time to escape. Try telling that to their loved ones. When the dust settled, the United Colonies gave me a medal. Can you believe that? A damn medal. I never even had a chance to find the shuttle wreckage and give my crew a proper burial. That's true, but still, it doesn't erase the real issue here. Remember when you said no one but me would have pushed harder to keep the Navigator Corps going? Well, this time, pushing too hard cost lives. Don't you get it? Everything I do, everything I touch, somehow falls apart. That's why I'm worried about us. After everything you've heard, all my stories, you still have faith. No one's ever cared about me this much. Not even Aja.
Ну да, и под конец, как обычно. Вот так вот, точно. Мгм.
I've spent a lot of time thinking about
Кого-то-то
us,
нужно в постель
about
затянуть,
our
а?
relationship, how we've clearly become close. I practiced what I was going to say when the moment was right, and now that it's here, my mind's gone blank. Look, you deserve the best. Someone who can give themselves to you entirely. But right
Не, ну
now,
багажа точно у
I
него
have
много, я ж там
too much
наложил,
baggage.
конечно, в инвентарь,
Too much on my mind. I
наверное.
hope you'll forgive me for pushing you away. I just need time.
Вот так вот. Угу. Так, поехали, 40 метров, что там? Так, кто у нас здесь? О, здравствуйте.
Unless you're here to serve me another drink, you can turn around and walk away. Hey, why don't you say that a little louder? I don't think every single UC guard in Sidonia heard you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think we can help you with this. If you've got a whole shipment of this stuff, you're going to need to move it fast. But you're going to have to do something for us first.
Что для вас еще сделай? Ай, бляха-муха. Этому сделай, тому сделай.
Yeah, well, she isn't running the show here. I am.
Well, this is utterly ridiculous. Do we really have to jump through these hoops to get what we need from you?
Lady, if you want me to move that shipment for your pal here, you're going to do whatever the hell I want. You got that? Now listen up, because I'm not going to repeat myself. I need you to deal with a miner who's racked up a bunch of debt. He probably spent it all on booze, not that I blame him. Either way, I want that money back. Feel free to throw as many credits in my face as you want, but that isn't the point. We need to make an example out of this guy. His name's Carl Fielding. I think you'll find him wandering around the Deimos miners' quarters. Don't worry, you can't miss him. Just look for the most miserable-looking guy in the entire place.
Да ё-моё. С кого-то долг взыскать, вы что, ебанутые, блин? Ой, это туалет. Хотел как можно проще, блин, пойти, а сейчас, блин, еще кого-то отпиздить придется. Подожди, сюда. Че оно вниз показывал? Ладненько. Те деньги, Лебовский, а ну, давай.
Something I can help you with? Adler Kemp. Who the heck is that? Adler, you said? Nope. I think you have me mixed up with someone else. Look, I'm tired. It's been a long day in the mines. I just want to go home, wash off the dust, and relax. This has been fun, though. Whatever. Hey now. Take it easy there. Let me think about that person you mentioned. Adler, was it? Hmm? Oh, wait. You mean that Adler? Yeah, sorry. I thought you were talking about someone else. I told him I'd pay up next week when Deimos cuts our next profit share check. I'll even bring it to him personally. Hmm? Sound good? Yeah? Well, I mean, he doesn't really have a choice. Look, I haven't got a single credit to spare right now, okay? You can't squeeze blood from a stone. You know? Right?
Perhaps he's already been through enough.
Так, окей. Убеждение не устал от игр. Ну, такой, конечно.
I'm a miner for Deimos. It's not what I was hoping for out of life. But here I am. Yeah, it's a lousy company. It pays me a salary. But I depend on the profit-sharing bonuses to keep food on the table for my family.
Да что-то ты пиздишь, нету у тебя семьи. Так, убеждение. Блин, можно пойти, конечно, проще, можно дальше додавить. Ну, давай попробуем.
What games? Why are you doing this to me? I don't have the money.
Да он же изначально не знал Адлера, а теперь он... Вот это. Вот бляха не вышел.
Whatever. With the amount of Martian dust in my lungs, I doubt I'm going to live very long anyway.
Ага, ну давай.
How dare you try and threaten
Да
my
никто твоей
family?
семье не угрожает, ну ёб твою мать.
Yeah, sure. And then I'll have the whole Crimson Fleet gunning for me. Brilliant. Brilliant idea.
Да, варианты, конечно, не очень.
I know Adler's paying you to lean on me. So, you're just doing your job. But I swear, I've got nothing left. Okay? If I give you the last of my credits, my family starves. I can't afford to do that. I won't.
Да ладно, давай, блин.
Hey, now wait a second. Just because things are tough, and I might be spending my afternoons at the Spear, it doesn't mean I don't care about my family. Adler doesn't get to judge me. No, he's just a low-life pirate who thinks he can push everyone around.
Окей, ладно. Ну давай первый вариант. Нападать я не хочу, это такое себе.
Holy crap. Really? You do that for me? Wow. I don't even know what to say. Thank you. For everything. And don't worry. I'll never borrow anything from Adler again. I promise.
Да, да. Угу. Я потом вернусь, проверю, как он не брал ничего. Если возьмет, будем его валить нахер. Нужно будет 3000 возвращать. Да ладно, я шучу. Ну, завалим точно. Что случилось? Да иди в жопу. Да ей не понравилось, как я там пользовался лифтом. Подожди, куда мы пришли? Точно, центральный узел. Ну какая шляпка модная, слушай. Хрена себе. Похоже, правда, на Гуля из Fallout. Ну, то такое, ладно. Бывает.
Have something for me? Well, would you look at that? I knew that bum was holding out on me. He going to be a problem anymore? Or did he get the message? Well, damn. If you want to make a name for yourself in this racket, you can't pull any punches. Still, you got my credits back, so it's not a complete loss. You know, if you like this kind of work, I can get you more. A lot more. You think you can handle running with my, associates? That's what I'm talking about. I like your style. All right. I'll call ahead and get a hold of Nevamora. She's second to the big boss himself. Head out to Europa. You'll find her there. I suggest you listen to whatever she has to say.
Так, на игру
And I've
отправимся.
taken care of that Aurora shipment for you too. Don't spend all that cash in one place.
Так, 8300 добавлено. Хорош, хорош. 3 потеряли, 8 вернули. В итоге мы даже наварили немножко, ладно. Европа вот это, да? Нам именно на планету нужно? Не, нам именно просто рядом нужно.
After you, Captain.
Wow, look who finally saw. Big shot. I hear Adler thinks you're good enough to join our crew. We'll see. When the waters get deep, it's sink or swim. So, before I put you to work, let's get everything out in the open. I don't know if Adler mentioned it, and for his sake, I hope he hasn't. But you aren't about to sign up with any average pirate crew. You're signing up with the Crimson Fleet. That's if you get through this little
Да какое еще задание? Что все задания накидывает? Вы чё?
There's a medical supply ship called the Ragana, jumping into Enceladus's orbit. On board that ship, you'll find a traitor named Austin Rake. I want him dead. Kill Rake? That's your only option? If you want my advice, there's only one way to guarantee he dies. Turn the Ragana into space junk. Only way to be sure.
Так, ладно.
This job isn't about the loot, but I suppose every dog needs its scraps. Keep whatever worthless junk is on that ship. Just remember, the only thing that matters is that Rake dies.
Да, такое себе, конечно,
When
задание.
Rake stops breathing. Head back here when you're finished. And don't keep me waiting for long.
So that's the notorious Nova Mora. I have to say, if she's the finest that the Crimson Fleet has to offer, joining them might be a terrible mistake.
Rake used to run with the fleet. Hell, I'm the one who vouched for him in the first place. Back then he had a different name and a different identity. He was a damn good earner, too. Brought in a ton of creds. Everything was fine until he wanted out. So he ran. And nobody, I mean, nobody, runs away from the fleet. I've been tracking Rick for months. He's making it tough, not gonna lie. He changes his location and identity so often, it's costing me a small fortune just to keep tabs. But you know what? It's worth every damn cred. He's made me look like a fool in front of Delgado, and I'm gonna have his head on a pike.
Так, ладно, понятненько, куда нам? Ага. Вот эту на вот эту маленькую. Прям рядом. Чему бы ей самой не сделали это задание? Охуеть. Так. Кораблику, где он? Сейчас нам, наверное, вот где-то здесь попадется. Да? А, вот, смотри, появился. Рогана. Что он там хотел сказать? Так, откройте люк, я зайду на борт. Crimson Fleet US UFC SysDev. Не знаю, я бы пощадил, если честно.
God, I do not know. Well, normally I would say no, but frankly, it will be safer for us that way. All right, you can dock. We will talk then.
Окей, давай. Хотя было бы проще, наверное, убить сразу корабль, просто разъебенить кораблик, и все, и нормально было бы все. Ну, типа, это было бы быстрее. Ну, это неинтересно. Нужно поговорить, помусолить всю тему, туда-сюда, ну. Димка, а шо вы все так?
not sure what to make of you being here. If you wanted to kill us, you could have done that from your ship. If you wanted our cargo, we could have jettisoned it. I guess I should just stop talking and let you say your piece. That is true. Which means you don't want somebody to know what you are really up to. Now, do you mind telling us what this is all about? You really do not know which one of us is Rake, do you? And you do not seem to care either, which makes me think you really want to save him. Okay, I have idea. We can strike his name from Manifest, make it so he was never on board. Then, when we dock, we will leave him on this ship and deliver him to another port. Is that all right with you, Austin?
Do I have a choice?
It does not appear you do. Well then, it is agreed. You go back to your ship and we will make sure Rake was never on ours. And in case any of your handlers get suspicious, here. We had an extra crate of supplies loaded, in case one got damaged. This should be proof you were not here to bargain.
I thought we were dead. I can't believe it. In frosty temperatures like this, there's nothing better than a flask of a good English whiskey to keep
Так,
moving.
ладненько. Спасли человечка, и на том хорошо. Полетели дальше. Пострелять, в принципе, успеем еще. С багровым флотом-то. А я думаю, мы с ними постреляемся.
Damn mercs just don't know how to take a hit. Hey, Rook, wanna help me with some target practice?
Что за херня? Эклиптики напали, понятно. Кто есть кто с них? Да у меня нету чем ремонтировать. Разъебывают по полной, бляха. Что за хрень? Так, один минус. Дай мне свой... Бля, все равно нету ничего для ремонта. Они как-то вот это в начале начинают ебашить, и все, и потом они прекращают. Вот это нужно первую вытерпеть атаку. Прям все по мне летело.
No one messes with the Crimson Fleet.
Target's shield. We've taken out their shields.
Хорош. Нормально. Блять, все равно нечем отремонтировать.
Thanks for the help with the Cliptic. I had it under control, but definitely went faster after you jumped into the fight. Now tell me about the Ragana. Give me some good news, then we can go celebrate. Huh. No kidding. That'll make Delgado happy, seeing as our hands are clean. I would have preferred if you hadn't left witnesses behind, but at least you got the job done. Anyway, you wanted into the Crimson Fleet? Well, you're in. Yep, it's that simple. Hope this business with Rakes taught you something. Because I'm about to stick my neck out and vouch for you. If you screw up, and I wind up looking like an asshole, I'm gonna send someone after you. We clear?
Да-да, если бы она знала, кто мы такие.
You better stow that crap before you make me change my mind. Now that you know the deal, it's time to see what you signed up for. I'm gonna upload the coordinates for our headquarters in the Crick system. Spacers call it the key, the fleet calls it home. Head out there as soon as you can. Don't keep me waiting long.
Well, we're in. I hope you
Так.
know what you're doing.
Так, окей. Полетели, наверное, подлечимся для начала. Здесь есть у них на планете какой-то космопорт. Мехзавод Марс. Ладно, погнали уже проверенное место. Чтобы вот это не бегать кругом да около и так далее. Коммерческий, но этот район Маст. Да или нет? Блин, у меня здесь 27 уровень. Я когда проходил вот эти за 2,5 часа вот это, там я прокачался до 31-го. Ну, там, да, там можно было прокачаться неплохо.
So,
Да ладно.
we
И так
eating
вроде
at the Sage Brook?
норм.
Or is it just a quick snap from the Terror Group?
Так, где этот? А, вот она назад. Угу.
Another day?
Блин, высадили от космодрома хер знает где, блин. Здравствуй.
Got anything you need to offload? You were able to land it, so
Так, Какие запчасти нужны для ремонта? Давай посмотрим. Ресурсы, да, вроде. Подожди. Необычным привычками это можешь использовать в качестве компонента в ремесле. Ремесло. А для корабля какие? Это подожди, это мое. Купить. А ничего там нету что-то. Ладно, будем тогда собирать. Ну, полетели. Что-то они в одной этой системе. Фобос. Они сюда.
I picked up something you might be interested in.
Так, окей. Сюда же нужно.
Welcome back, Agent. You're clear to dock at docking port 1.
And you didn't even scratch the paint.
Commander Ikonde wants to see you. Follow me.
Хорошо, следуем за тобой.
I had a friend on the Regana. I hope I'll be able to see him next time we're on shore leave.
Back in basic training, I had the record.
We got the message from the Regana about Austin Rick. We had him dropped off at a separate port, off the books. Suffice to say, he's got a lot to answer for. That's a smart line to follow. Part of this role you're playing means having to make hard choices. Just remember not to lose yourself in the part.
I'll do my part to make certain that doesn't happen, Commander.
Oh, one more thing before we move on. For transparency's sake, you should know we were the ones that hired Ecliptic to attack Neva's ship. There was concern after what happened with the Regana that you might have trouble earning Neva's trust. Coming to her rescue ensured that would not be a problem. But a gamble that hopefully paid off. On that note, how did things go with Neva? Were you able to join the fleet? Then it worked. You're in. Sounds like everything is going as expected. Now it's time for the next phase of the mission.
Our intel on Saoirse was correct. After we received reports on your interaction with Adler Kemp, we picked up on your rendezvous with Neva Mora.
Our files indicate she's second in command, so getting on a good side will ensure you get into the Crimson Fleet. Yes, you passed your first test and you're still alive. But before we get too confident, that either means she suspects nothing, or she intends to make an example of you later. Just remember, these are ruthless criminals, so don't let your guard down.
And their ruthlessness is only surpassed by their cunning. You should proceed with caution, regardless of how well you think you've ingratiated yourself.
So what's next for you on Neva's agenda? Where you'll meet Delgado, no doubt.
Delgado is the leader of the Crimson Fleet. I have a profile here with some information on his background. You'll want to know the individual cadences of every member of the fleet, but Delgado's most of all.
Agreed. The last thing we need is to infiltrate the fleet, only to be kicked out because we've underestimated one of their people.
I don't disagree, but it's important to know your enemy and the best way to defeat them. In any case, now that you're with the fleet, you'll be operating independently. We will shadow you eventually, but we'll need to maintain our distance for now, especially while you're on the quay. This will also give us time to bolster our defenses, should we need to engage with the fleet in the future.
Sir, on that note, shall we begin implementing the upgrade to our shields?
Immediately, Lieutenant. Notify the engineers and relay the information to the crew. I hope your entry into the fleet has overcome any doubts you may have had regarding your mission. It certainly increased my estimates on success. Keep up the good work. We'll expect further reports. Dismissed.
Heard the Regana made it to port with 0 casualties. Nicely done.
Путешествовать к ключу. Чу-чу-чу. Ладненько.
Cycled air.
Будет у нас глубокое проникновение.
You look well.
Так, окей. Это нам куда нужно? В другую систему, да? Фуф, а чё так далеко-то? Ёка не бывает. Давай тогда в Шаен. А, блях. Нужно отстыковаться.
Pressure normalizing. Undocking.
Так, и отправляемся, да? Мне там топлива хватает, но прыжка, да, недостаточно. Да. Ну ладно, потом, если что, возьмем. Возьмем что-то поинтереснее. Кораблик какой-то поинтереснее.
Must have been a good jump. We're still in one piece.
Please hold your current speed and heading while we scan you for contraband. All right. Good. Welcome to Aquila City.
Nice jump. We're right on target.
Ох, нихера себе система. Слушай, Саган и все. Больше ничего нету. Солнце здесь прям ебейшее. Тип лед. Ну да. Жестко. Система, конечно. Жесткая прям система.
Navigational feedback checks out. We're in the right place.
Ну, вот это Крикс. Так, как нам к ним попасть? Док, приветствие.
What are you hailing for? Land in the key or don't.
Приземляется. Ну, или не приземляется. Как хочешь. В принципе.
Airlock integrity looks good.
Так, хорошо. Целую базу в космосе построили, нифига себе. Вот это ребята дают. Ну, здорово, здорово.
Big difference on 40% of 10 versus 30.
You wanted 4K, you got 4K. Not my problem.
If you're stealing from me, you bet your ass it's your problem.
На нахуй, на нахуй.
You kidding me? Way to make a mess in front of my new rook.
Hey, steal from me and get caught? Better off dead.
Sounds like you did the fleet a favor. Now toss this body out of an airlock before it turns into a damn air freshener.
Я забрал
The hell
патроны.
took you so long? Forget how to grav jump or something? Never apologize. Not if you want anyone in the fleet to respect you. And if they don't respect you, put a gun to their head and they'll get the message. But all that aside, you made it. So now you get to hear a nifty history lesson. Pencils ready? Good. This floating scrap heap you're standing on is called the Key. Used to be an old UC military star station, and now it's the fleet's base of operations. Might look a little beat up on the outside, but we keep it together.
Место выглядит как настоящая свалка. Ну, блин, конечно.
Hell yeah, it is. Just watch your back when you do. Cred sticks tend to disappear around here, if you catch my meaning.
We'll be certain to keep a close watch on our belongings.
Anyway, I'll tell you all about the key. But it's better if I show you too. Follow me.
Поехали. Что-то я за всеми слежу. Корсар Багрового флота. Ой-ой-ой, да ты шо? Когда нам дадут пострелять уже наконец-то? Жестко, жестко построились, конечно, если это не бывшая станция UC. Что, скорее всего, и есть таким.
Now, we've got everything the fleet needs right here. Of course, you've got to pay for it. Remember, on the key, credits are king. What the hell is this?
All right, hang on, Nev. Before you get pissed, I've got my hands full.
Jasmine, sweetie, I'm trying to give a tour here. So you want to tell me why those damn doors are sealed?
It's called a malfunction. You know, that thing I spend most of my day dealing with. Believe me, my people are on it. Have a little faith for once.
Aw. And you always, Angel. This here's Jasmine. You need anything for your ship, she's got you covered. We'll hit up the depot next since these doors have given out on us. So anyway, we were talking about the lock. About 100 years ago, the prisoners down there rioted and took over the place. After stealing some ships, they were actually able to make it up here and took over the key.
About time you brought us new blood, Neva. I was getting tired of trading with the same old faces.
You're just ticked everyone's getting wise to your ridiculous prices, Aludra. Anyway, welcome to the depot, Rook, where you'll be lucky if these blood-sucking leeches don't bleed you completely dry.
Whoa, whoa. It's not our fault that people don't appreciate how much it costs to get untraceable merchandise onto the key.
Neva's just whining because she thinks she lost a ton of cash selling us a shipment of gear. She should have done her homework.
Yeah, sure, laugh it up. I'll remember that next time I need something from you cheapskates. Let's move on. Back to my story.
Neva's new hotshot. I knew you'd find your way back to my little corner of the key. Everyone on?
Давай, блин.
Hey, if you want to pour credits into my pocket, you won't hear any. I carry
Да,
most of
я
the
посмотрю,
standard
что у тебя
hardware.
есть.
You know, kinetics, electromags, energy. Occasionally, I stock a few smuggled items. Just don't screw me over or I'll be inclined to give you a free demo. With your... Oh, we all have trust issues here. A little advice, Sadiqi? The fleet... You bleed for the fleet. The fleet bleeds for you. Anyone who says otherwise is either lying or getting ready to... Well, that most people just glaze over and learn the hard way. Kinetic, electromag...
Наконец-то, ёб твою мать. Камись. Когда дождешься, чтобы посмотреть, что у нее есть. О, это прикольно. Прикольный ствол. Так, ну я, наверное, ВСС-очку вот эту возьму. И что еще интересного? Перо, в принципе, тоже интересно. А здесь, смотри, магазин на 70 патронов. Вообще тема. Ого, прикольно, почти. Почти АК-47, да? Походу. Ну, почти он и есть, да. Только он какой-то модифицированный такой под АКСУ, что-то такое сделано. И с большим... Блин, прикольно. Ну, 29 тысяч, конечно, очень дорого прям. Прям очень дорого. Если что, потом возьмем. А этот, наверное, продам. Что еще можно ей продать? Орион не. Нормальная тема этот Орион. 187. Мне там хорош прям. Хороший урон. Да блин, в принципе ничего и нет уж продавать. Я еще не насобирал, чтобы продавать. Патроны нужны, с этим я согласен. Подожди, какие у него? 9.39, окей. Давай купим. Купить. И припас 9.39 есть? Ага, вот. Да, берем все. И... И на что-то еще нужно взять. Орион ЛЗР 3КВ. А где был дробовик? Дробовичок, похоже, был. А, вот, эксперимент А7. Оболочки 15-25. 15-25. Есть у вас такие? А, вот они, да? Это ж они 15-25, шотган шелл. Да, конечно, берем все. Там, правда, написано оболочка 15, что такое. Все, давай, до свидания. Угу. Идем дальше.
Meet Zuri, queen of the rare exports.
If I don't have it, you don't need it.
Neuroamps, blueprints. Hit her up and she'll take care of you.
Speaking of which, you still owe me for that last purchase, Neva. It's like 5 figures. Don't make me collect it the hard way.
The hard way? Oh no. Rook, protect me from Zuri's vengeance. Enough of the bullshit, Zuri. I'll pay you when I pay you. Deal with it. Got a problem with that? Take it up with the boss. On the right, you've got Bradley from the Trade Authority. I'm sure you know the deal there. He'll buy pretty much anything, no matter how hot. Then we got our med bay on the left, run by the one and only Samina Mizra. She'll patch you up, if you've got the money. We don't run any free clinics up in here, you don't? Okay, this is our final stop. Over there, you've got the last Nova, where Bog serves watered-down drinks at ridiculously exorbitant prices. And right here is the most important place on the entire station, the Reckoner's Core, run by the incomparable Shinya Voss.
Another new rook, Neva? I can't believe Delgado still lets you recruit given what happened with the last one.
You mean Austin Rape? It's been taken care of, all right? I don't like loose ends, and this rook is the one who tied it off.
Perhaps next time you'll try to be a bit more discerning regarding your choices. It's far more cost-effective.
Yeah, love you too, darling. Anyway, Shinya handles our lifeblood. The money. We call him our Reckoner, but if you ask me, he's actually a pain in the ass.
And Neva will slit your throat if she thinks you'll bleed creds.
Go to hell, boss. Take care of our new friend here, or I'll find a way to pull the pin on that little party popper in your chest. Anyway, Shinya will get you set up in our system. I've got real work to do. Once you're done, head upstairs and I'll introduce you to the boss.
Time for a proper introduction. I am Shinya Voss, the official reckoner for the Crimson Fleet. And since Neva so thoughtfully mentioned it, yes, this is a bomb embedded in my chest. And no, I'll never know the meaning of the word humble. In fact, I find Delgado's idea of a security measure to be quite empowering. Glad you approve. Obviously, betrayal isn't taken lightly around here. Since I oversee the bulk of transactions and maintain all accounts for the fleet, I'm a prime target for information. Should our enemies capture me or I grew any semblance of a moral conscience, you might consider me the greatest threat we have. For Delgado, the bomb grants peace of mind and a certain degree of safety. It's why he's the boss. Of course, I'm not the first reckoner to bear a bomb under my ribcage, but Delgado was smart enough to continue the tradition. Now, let me get you set up. A moment while I convene with the core. Thanks to advanced
Слушай, нам
modifications, even
приебашит
you,
бомбу, что ли, к груди, или как?
I can interface directly with our mainframe and
Или что это такое вообще?
This allows me to move and clean credits faster and more efficiently than any run-of-the-mill cyber runner.
Или у них такая прикольная традиция?
You're done. All you need now is Delgado's blessing, and you'll be one of us. The perfect segue into my final subject. Thanks to our relations with contacts across the galaxy, we always have a steady stream of jobs available. I've granted you all the necessary permissions to access these listings at any time, using the computers that surround the core.
Так, слушай, походу эта ветка с багровым флотом очень даже долгая.
If Neva's chosen wisely, we certainly will. Now, I believe that covers all I have to say. So you can run along to Delgado.
Ну, наконец.
Take the elevator to the upper level. You should be able to find your way from there, I hope.
Ну, наконец-то, ё-моё. Тут все разговоры, разговоры. И сейчас с этим тоже будем разговаривать. Так, это он.
Ah, there's our other new recruit.
Угу.
So, now that we are all here, it's time to get down to business.
Давно пора приступать к
Two of you
делу.
are the only rooks that have made the latest cut. The rest, well, let's just say they won't be joining us ever again. Neva's willing to put her neck on the line and vouch for you, which means you've got what it takes to join the Crimson Fleet. You'd better not disappoint, or you'll find yourself answering to me, personally. All right, let's get started here. When you sign up with the Crimson Fleet, you're in it for the long haul. No one quits. No one retires. The only way out is death. You stay loyal or you pay the consequences. Fleet before friends. Fleet before family. Fleet before yourself. Boss. Good. You're getting it already. I like that.
Can we get on with this? I want to get drunk at the last Nova.
I'm impressed. That is the first intelligent thing you have said this entire time, Mathis. Since you two seem so eager to move forward, let's get to your next job. Pack your cold weather gear, Rooks. Where we are going, you're going to need it.
Oh, God, don't tell me you're dragging him down to Suvorov for another one of your little initiation runs. 10 Johns to the surface, 12 dead Rooks. You'd think by now you would have given up on that goddamn campfire story.
Crix's legacy is no story, Neva. We've got fresh eyes in the fleet. And if these two want to impress, they're going to help me search those ruins.
I hope you're right, Dale. That new code we grabbed for the lot cost us a ton of credits. And a decent captain.
This initiation, as Neva calls it, is your chance to see where it all began. On Suvorov with Jasper Crix. Crix led the riots that gave birth to the Crimson Fleet. And if his legacy is still out there, we're going to be the ones to find it. Before Crix left the fleet, he left a message talking about a major score. One that would set up the fleet to be a big player in the settled systems. Somewhere down the line, they started calling it Crix's legacy. And everyone who's tried to find it has wound up empty-handed, missing, or dead. If we're gonna beat those odds, we'll first need a lead. And I would wager we will find one on Suvorov.
Dale's leaving out the best part. That this whole search is based on a handful of words on a very old slate. Crix left a lot of big talk on that recording, and not a lot of facts. Some of us believe in it more than others.
Don't listen to her. When we get our hands on Crix's legacy, the fleet will be operating at a completely different level. We will become more than a match for UC Systef. Exactly. Now you're beginning to understand. Okay, enough discussion. We have got a lot of work to do. To that end, the next stop is the lock. I've had Jazz feed the coordinates into your ship's computer. Since Mathis doesn't have a ship, he's going to ride with me. I'll see you down there, Rook. Don't keep me waiting.
Блять, я думал, это уже никогда не кончится. Ну что за дела? Почему все так долго? Задрали. Давайте уже начинать что-нибудь делать. Это жестко как-то.
Crew accounted for. We're ready to depart. How are you?
To share?
Так, отстыковочка. И давай. Полетели. Так, нам вот сюда Суворов, да, нужно? Замок вот этот. Хорошо, посадочка.
Landing site locked. Take us in.
И опять нужно поговорить. Да вы задрали, давайте уже начнем что-нибудь делать наконец-то. Ну ё-моё.
About time you got here.
I told you you were wasting your time, Del.
Yeah? We will see. And Mathis, I am running things around here, so keep your mouth shut. You got that?
Fine.
All right. Listen up, because I am only going to go through this once. We are here to dig up any info about Grix's legacy. We are not here to scrap for loot. Whatever you pick up, don't think, don't get creative, bring it straight to me. It's so simple, even a rook like you can't screw it up.
Hold on, no scrapping? How the hell am I supposed to make money around here?
All right, that's enough. If either of you want to fly with the Crimson Fleet, then you need to follow one simple rule. When you're on a job, you do exactly what I say. No questions asked. If that doesn't work for you, just say so, and I will leave you on this ice ball without a ship. You will be dead within hours.
Yeah. I wish you'd try.
The two of you can feel free to kill each
Нормально.
other
Хороший
after
диалог.
the job is done. Understood? Oh, and there's one more thing. Your little friend can tag along until we get to the outer doors of the prison, but I will be damned if I'm letting them inside.
Oh, very nice. I'll just remain here and soak in the planet's lovely winter-like atmosphere until I go hypothermic.
We have a lot of ground to cover between the landing area and the lock, so let's get moving.
Так, встречает делегата у входа в шлюз. В принципе, можем на этом закончить. Потому что и так долго. Это прям много текста и так далее. На этом все. Всем спасибо за просмотр. С вами был я, ThebyVittor. Всем пока-пока.